Hello YouTube, Arrow Assassin here, Dan. Welcome back to another video, and today we are going over the druid changes on the PTR for the 8.1 patch. And I'm super excited because as a person who mains druid and loves my druid, I love the changes they're kind of doing out right now. So we're going to be doing balance druid first, and then we're going to go into feral, which I mostly want to cover feral, but I figured let's just go ahead and go over boomkin first because there's not really that many changes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Twin Moons did get a nerf, so it's nerfed her spread damage. Of course, I'm not really too happy about it being nerfed, but yeah, Twin Moons got nerfed. Fairy Swarm also got nerfed by 3 seconds, so it's instead of 8-second disarm, it was 5 seconds. I know not a lot of people were happy about the 8-second disarm, so that's pretty much it. I believe we got a buff to our mastery, at least that's what somebody has told me. I haven't double confirmed to check that, but that's the only thing I'm unsure about. So if somebody can let me know about that, feel free to let me do so, or to do so in the comments. Next is Moonkin Aura got changed. Star Surge grants 4% critical strike to 8 allies within 40 yards for 18 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So that's an interesting change. And the final change is Deep Roots. It has now got buffed to 400% instead of 200%. And is also affected by mass entanglement, because I don't think it was affected by mass entanglement before, just by entangling roots. So, for the most part, I think I'm going to keep the same build I usually do, even with the Swarm nerf, except in different situations where I'm going to switch for Cyclone, obviously, and probably Moonkin Aura. But for the most part, this is generally my favorite build. For the most part, it's kind of, like I said, a mixture of buffs and nerf. Let me know what you guys think of the Moonkin changes. I'm not really too happy about the Twin Moon nerfs, but I think that's probably about what I'm not happy about. But I think they're trying to make Stellar Flare the way to go to, or Stellar Drift. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's pretty much it for the Moonkin changes. I'm mostly speaking from a PvP point of view as well, so. Now let's go over feral, because this was mainly what I said, what the video was going to be about, but I figured I wanted to go over the Moonkin changes as well, because I main boomkin. So, first row, we have Sabretooth now competing with Lunar Inspiration and Predator. So this is going to be a very interesting row here. Ferocious Bite deals 20% increased damage and increases the duration of your rip on your target by 4 seconds per combo point spent. So, instead of Sabretooth being, I guess, in the 90 row, it's going to be hard, because I think Lunar Inspiration is probably going to be my go-to still. I mean, Ferocious Bite, I don't know, because you want to kite and stuff with Moonfire and get your build stacks. It's a really tough choice. It's a tough choice. We're going to have to see how it plays out, but this is the first one, and I think between the two, it's going to be either Sabretooth or Lunar Inspiration. The next row, nothing else has really changed. Neither has Balance Affinity row, Mighty Bash row, the Solo Forest row. And then the next row, looks like we got new stuff. Scent of Blood, which it automatically picked because it was a different talent on live, so don't think I just picked that. And Primal Wrath. So Primal Wrath seems very interesting. I'm kind of wanting to show you guys what this does real quick. It costs 20 energy, 1 to 5 combo points. Finishing moves that deal instant damage applies rip to all enemies within 8 yards. Lasts longer per combo point. So this is a very interesting little thing we got here. So I'll go ahead and build my combo points right here. And now you can see we got that pretty much covered. We'll use Primal Wrath. And then boom. It just pretty much adds a rip to all the targets here. So I think that's actually could be pretty useful for BGs, because you can get rip on everybody in middle, for example. So I think that'll probably end up being my go-to. I don't think Scent of Blood will ever be worth it. Nobody will use that. So it's going to come down to probably Brutal Slash or Primal Wrath. But I'm sure for arenas, people are going to be running Primal Wrath. Or, yeah, pretty much probably Primal Wrath. I don't think I'll probably end up using Blood Talons anymore. I think I'll just probably go back to Feral Frenzy for this. The only one I just don't... It's going to be confusing for me, but... I don't know what I'm going to use for the first row. It's gonna feel weird. Next row. Cyclone has made its return. Finally, Blizzard has opened their eyes and given Feral Druid their ability back. So, I heard the PvP developer has been returned for a month now, so and we're seeing return of some abilities. So this could be good for the game. If we're getting Cyclone back, there might be hope for other classes. So Cyclone is returning. I'm super happy about that. I'm stoked. I'm well done, Blizzard. It's about time. So there's tons of changes now for Feral honor talent wise as well. I don't know necessarily what build even I'm gonna run with. There's so many good honor talents that it's gonna make it really hard for me to pick. I feel like Rip and Tear might be good now just to get the extra rips out, but I don't know. Because like I said, Lunar Inspiration and Sabretooth is going to be a hard choice to pick in my opinion. I don't know. We're going to have to see. But I have a feeling most droids now, of course, are going to obviously pick Cyclone. Because obviously it's a really good ability. It's just, that's the way it is. I don't know about Ferocious Wounds anymore. Like, it's really good, don't get me wrong, but looking at the new talent, Leader of the Pack. Oh yeah, I should probably go over the talents first. I'm getting too hyped. I'm sorry if I get into this, but let's go over the changes. King of the Jungle has been changed. For every enemy you have Rip active, so if you're using Primal Wrath, your movement speed and healing received is increased. So instead of increased damage, you get increased healing, and it stacks up to 3 times. So imagine using it as an example, you're in Eye of the Storm, you're battling out in middle, you use Primal Wrath to get everybody ripped up, and you get basically all your stacks right there, and you get increased healing by 15%. It's just, it's going to be really nice. So, the next change is Heart of the Wild. I still probably won't use this, but Caster Form. While using Regrowth on an ally, initial heal will always have a critical check effect, and cast time reduced of regrowth will be reduced by 50% for 6 seconds. And then I think that everything else is still pretty much the same from before. It was just an added thing for the caster form. And Leader of the Pack, which is new. While on cat form, you increase the all melee range critical strike chance of allies within 40 yards by 5%. And this will be insane for fire mages. This is going to be really good for fire mages for sure, because they rely on crit. Leader of the Pack also causes affected targets to heal themselves for 4% of their maximum health when they're critically hit with a melee or ranged attack. The healing effect cannot occur more than once every 6 seconds. This will be a very, very good talent. I just foresee it being such a strong talent. So, I'm thinking this build right here, oh, actually I should probably go over Savage Momentum real quick. Savage Momentum was changed as well. Instead of instantly resetting Tiger's Fury when you interrupt somebody, it goes like this. Interrupting a spell with Skull Bash reduces the remaining cooldown of Tiger's Fury, Survival Instincts, and Savage Roar by 10 seconds. So it no longer instantly resets Tiger's Fury. Tiger's Fury is 30 seconds, so it's going to take, actually by the time you get your second Skull Bash up, it'll be back, so yeah, but hey, at least it lowers the cooldown. Survival Instincts, it gets it up faster, so you can survive a little bit easier and get your cooldowns up faster, because Survival Instincts is a 2-minute cooldown. So the way I'm looking at this right now is, I think this might be the good build. I mean, I think for sure I'm going to use Leader of the Pack and probably Savage Momentum the most. Those two just seem like a good combo survivability, at least for me solo-wise. And then I'll probably end up switching Cyclone out for a bunch of different stuff. I maybe not use Cyclone as often. I don't know. I just feel like it's a druid iconic spell, so I might use it often. But I'll probably definitely switch out Cyclone with Thorns and King of the Jungle and Ferocious Wounds, and probably Rip and Tear, like every once in a while. So that's pretty much all the druid changes. Let me know what you guys think. So pretty much, like I said, what I'm going to run with for the new build is Wild Shards. I'm going to stick with that. Restore Infinity, I can't play without it no matter how hard I try. I know Guard Infinity is good, same for Balance Infinity, but it's just a certain playstyle. Mighty Bash is really good for the extra stun. Soul of the Forest, I probably might still stick with that. I hate Savage Roar, don't like playing with it, probably won't use it. Incarnation is still probably going to be good, so I don't know, between these two for me. And then I'll probably use Primal Wrath because it's going to be really good for huge groups. And then I'll probably go back to Feral Frenzy. It's going to be Feral Frenzy or Blood Talents. One or the other. It's just one or the other. And then Leader of the Pack for one of my Under Talents because of that extra healing. Plus, it helps out your teammates. I mean, in reality, helping out your teammates is pretty good because who knows? You could win fights that way. That's really all there is to it. Salvage Momentum to get my cooldowns back faster. And then Cyclone, I guess for like rated battleground stuff, rated stuff, all that fun stuff. And then World PvP, probably maybe Thorns, Ferocious Wounds, Rip and Tear, probably those kind of things. I don't know. I'll have to experiment. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. I really just wanted to get my thoughts out for you guys. And, oh yeah, dude. Somebody's recognized me. I know. Thanks, dude. And, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the druid changes. I'll see you guys later.